Let's start in a cross-legged seated position, lengthening the back, straight spine. And then take a few deep breaths to begin your practice and to arrive in this space that you're practicing in this moment. And leave everything outside that doesn't serve you right now, that you don't need for this practice. And then feel your seat bones, your tailbone, where your feet and legs touch the mat to connect to the ground. Let roots grow out of your tailbone, out of your seat bones into the earth to ground yourself, to find your anchor. And let's start warming up a little. Bring your chin to your chest. Let your head fall down to stretch your neck, stretch your upper back. The lower back stays straight. And then roll your head to the left, stretching the right side, the right neck, and over to the right, keeping the left shoulder down. And if your neck feels okay, you can go full circles, rotating your head around the neck, going into both directions. And come back to neutral. And start rolling the shoulders, warming up the shoulder joints, also going into both directions. And start to draw big circles with your shoulders over your hips, keeping the back straight, warming up the hip joints. Keep the seat bones grounded, also into both directions. And come back to neutral. On an inhale, bring the right arm up. Exhale, walk the left hand to the side. Open the right side, pushing the right seat bone still into the mat. Reaching far with the right hand, keeping the right shoulder up and open. On inhale, come back up, swap hands. And exhale, walk over to the right, opening the left, drawing the left seat bone down. Stretching the left. On an inhale, come back up again. Bring your hands in front of you, roll over your knees to come into tabletop. Wrists underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. And inhale, bring the tailbone up, open the chest. Exhale, round the spine, tuck the tailbone in. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat. Inhale, relax the belly down, open the chest. Exhale, draw the belly button in. And come back to neutral. Tuck the toes under and push back into your first downward facing dog. You can still leave the knees bent, straighten the back, send the seat bones back and up. And you can walk your dog if you want. Bringing one heel down at a time. And on an inhale, shift your weight forward, bring your shoulders over your wrists, plank pose. Exhale, push back into downward facing dog, shoulder down. Inhale, forward one more time, plank pose, lower the hips, strong core. Exhale, downward facing dog, pushing equally into both hands. And then start walking forward to meet your hands. Lengthen the back on an inhale, come halfway up. And exhale, fold. You can bend the knees for now, just rest the belly onto the thighs. Maybe grab the opposite elbows and rock from side to side. The neck is relaxed. And then release the hands, lengthen the spine one more time. And then bend the knees slightly straight back. Inhale, come all the way up into standing, arms overhead. And exhale, hands in front of your chest. And then let's do 2 rounds of sun salutations. Come to the front of your mat. And Samasthiti or mountain pose Tadasana. And inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, fold forward, hinging at the hips. Inhale, come halfway up, lengthen the spine. Exhale, step the right foot back, right knee down. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, hands on the mat, step back into plank. And then lower down, knees, chest and chin, scooping forward into cobra. Tuck the tailbone in to protect the lower back, open up the chest. And exhale, push back into downward facing dog. Inhale here, lengthen the spine again. On the next exhale, shift the weight forward, step the right foot between the hands, left knee down. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, step forward and fold. Inhale, straight back, come all the way up, arms overhead. Exhale, hands in front of the chest, palms together. Other side. Inhale, arms up overhead, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come halfway up, lengthen the spine. Exhale, step the left foot back, left knee down. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, step back into plank. Then shift the weight forward, lower down through chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, knees away from the mat. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lengthening the spine again, pushing the heels down to the mat. On the next exhale, step the left foot forward in between the hands, right knee down. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, step forward, meet your hands with your feet, fold. Inhale, straight back, come all the way up, arms overhead. Exhale, hands in front of your chest. Switch on your Ujjayi breath anytime you want. Let's continue. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, step or jump back into plank and lower down through chaturanga right away. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. On the next inhale, bring the right leg up and back. On the exhale, bend the right knee, right heel close to the buttocks, open the right hip. Inhale, straighten the right leg again. Exhale, step the right foot between the hands, drop the left heel down, left foot 45-degree angle. Inhale, come up, warrior one. Exhale, open to the side, warrior two. Push the outside edge of the left foot into the mat. Inhale, straighten the right leg, reach forward. Exhale, fall down into Trikonasana. Look up to the left, make sure the left hip stays open, the left shoulder stays open. 3 breaths. On the next inhale, come back up again. Exhale, bend the right knee, come back into warrior two. Inhale, shift the weight forward, come standing on your right, keep a micro bend in the right knee, bring the right fingertips down onto the mat. Exhale, open into half moon. Keep the left hip up and open, left shoulder open. Inhale, bend the left knee, grab the left ankle. Lower the upper body down, fold. Exhale, release the ankle, bring your hands down, square the hips, straighten the left leg and open into standing split. Inhale, bring the upper body up, bend the right knee slightly and draw the left knee up, draw it towards your chest. Then take the right hand to grab the outside edge of your left foot, straighten the left leg as much as possible and extend the left arm behind you, looking over your left shoulder into a twist. As an alternative, you can leave the left leg bent and wrap the right arm around the outside of the left knee to twist from there. And on an inhale, release the twist, tuck the knee in one more time. Exhale, step the left foot back, heel stays up, arms up on an inhale into high lunge. Exhale, hands down onto the mat, bring the right leg back, but you can leave it off the mat for 3-pointed plank and chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath, and then we continue straight away with the left. Inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, bend the left knee, heel to the butt, open the hip. Inhale, straighten the leg again, 3-legged dog. Exhale, step the left foot between the hands, right heel down. Inhale, come up into warrior one. Exhale, open up to the side, warrior two. Inhale, straighten the left leg, reach forward. Right hip stays back and up. Exhale, fold down. 3 breaths in Trikonasana, triangle pose. Stretching the right side. Look up to your right hand if your neck is fine. On the next inhale, lift yourself up again. Exhale, bend the left knee, sink back down into Warrior Two. Inhale, shift your weight forward, micro bend in the left knee. Reach down with your left fingertips. Exhale, open into half moon. Push the right heel back. Inhale, bend the right knee, grab the right ankle and fold forward. Exhale, release the grip on your foot. Straighten the legs, square the hips. Come into standing split. Inhale, upper body up, draw the right knee up, hug the right knee in for a moment. Exhale, with your left hand, grab the outside edge of your right foot or the right knee. Straighten the leg as much as possible. Keep the back straight. Reach with your right hand back and look over your right shoulder into a twist. And on the next inhale, release the twist. Hug the right knee in one more time. Exhale, big step back, heel stays up. Inhale, arms up, high lunge. Exhale, hands on the mat. Step your right foot back, maybe keep it up for three-legged plank and lower down through chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Well done. Take a deep inhale through the nose and then a big exhale through the mouth, letting some heat out. And we continue right away. Let's flow through this again. Inhale, right leg up and back. Exhale, bend the knee, open the hip. Inhale, straight leg. Exhale, step the right foot forward between your hands, left heel down. Inhale, come up into Warrior One. Exhale, open up into Warrior Two. Inhale, straighten the right leg, reach forward, left hip back. Exhale, down into Trikonasana. 3 breaths here. Keep the legs active, look up to your hand, keep the shoulder open. And on the next inhale, come back up again, lift the upper body up. Exhale, bend the right knee, sink into Warrior Two. Inhale, shift the weight forward, right fingertips down onto the mat, left leg parallel to the floor. Exhale, open into half moon. Inhale, bend the left knee, grab the left ankle, lower down. Exhale, release your foot, square the hips, upper body down, straighten the left leg, standing split. Inhale, draw the left knee up, come up, hug the knee in. Exhale, grab the outside edge of your left foot with your right, open into a twist, looking over your left hand. And inhale, come back, draw the knee up one more time. Exhale, step back into high lunge. Inhale, open up the chest. Exhale, hands down. Right leg straight back, lower down to chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, open the chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. Another deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, bend the knee, open the hip. Inhale, straight leg, three-legged dog. Exhale, step forward between your hands. Right heel down. Inhale, Warrior One, hips forward facing. Exhale, Warrior Two, hips facing to the right. Inhale, straighten the left leg, lean forward, reach forward. Exhale, Trikonasana. Open the right, look up. 2 more breaths. On the next inhale, come back up again. Exhale, bend the left knee, Warrior Two. Inhale, shift your weight forward, micro bend in the left, left fingertips down. Exhale, half moon, open right shoulder and right hip. Inhale, bend the right knee, grab the right ankle, fold down. Exhale, release the leg, straighten the right leg, come into standing split. Inhale, lift your upper body up, right leg forward, hug the right knee in. Exhale, grab the outside of the right foot with your left hand, reach back with the right, look over the shoulder. Inhale, release, hug the knee in one more time. Exhale, step back into high lunge. Inhale, arms up, open the shoulder. Exhale, hands down, bring the left leg back. Lower down through chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Awesome. Take another deep breath here before we go into our headstand. If you've never done headstand before, you're not stable in the preparatory poses, please don't do it by yourself. and stick to the preparation poses. Bring the forearms onto the mat shoulder width apart, interlace the fingers, and place your head in your hands with the crown onto the mat. And then walk closer with your feet, bringing the hip over your shoulders, and either stay there, shifting the weight a little bit forward, and maybe lifting one foot up at a time, or come up into full headstand if that's in your practice. And if you want, you can bring the soles of the feet together, bend the knees towards the outside, opening the hip, or opening the legs to the front and the back, twisting, whatever your usual headstand routine contains. Or just stay up straight, pointing the toes or pulling the toes towards you, keeping the core strong, maintaining stability. Pushing into your forearms to keep the weight off the neck, off the head. And eventually bend the knees and control and slowly lower back down, bringing the feet onto the mat, knees down onto the mat. Bring your arms alongside the body and your forehead onto the mat, and have a rest in child's pose. Take this opportunity also to check if you're still present in your practice, and maybe bring your mind back to the here and now if necessary. And then slowly come up again, sitting back onto your heels for a moment, and then roll over your left side. Come sitting onto your seat bones. Keep the left leg bent and place the right over the left. The right foot grounds on the outside of the left thigh. And then place the left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Inhale, lengthen again, and then exhale, twist. You can also find the bind, bringing the right hand behind you and the left underneath the gap of your right thigh. Grabbing your hands behind your back, but make sure the back stays straight, otherwise just keep the right hand on the mat behind you. Then on an exhale, release the twist and swap sides. Bring the right heel next to your left buttocks and the left foot over, and then the right elbow on the outside of the left thigh. Lengthening on the inhale, twisting on the exhale. And if you found the bind on the other side, try to do it on this side as well. Keeping the seat bones grounded and the back straight. Looking over the left shoulder. And then on an exhale, release the bind, release the twist. Come facing forward again. And then open the legs to either side of you. Connect the seat bones, rotate the hip forward, lengthen the back. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, reach forward, upward at the moment. Keeping the back straight, and then eventually on exhale, bring the arms down, relax down into the stretch. Keep the legs active, thighs active. And then slowly walk your hands back up, put the body up, lengthen the back again. And inhale, bring the left arm up, and exhale, fold to the right, reaching over towards your right toes or just towards the right side of the room. Maybe looking underneath your left shoulder, make sure the shoulder stays open. And you can grab the left thigh with your right hand to support the stretch if you want to. Now on an inhale, come back up again, swap the hands, right arm up and over. Exhale, bend to the left, reaching to the left side of the room, opening the right shoulder, stretching the right side, breathing deeply into the right rib cage, and maybe holding onto the right thigh with the left hand. And then on an inhale, come back up again. Exhale, fold forward one more time, rolling over the hips, over the sit bones. Maybe you can come a bit deeper than before. Keep the legs active, the feet active. And then come back up again and bring your legs together into Dandasana. Pull the flesh out underneath your seat bones and reach up again, up and forward, keeping the back straight. And exhale, fold down, bring the hands down wherever they reach, shins, heels, toes. And remember that the belly wants to go to the thighs instead of only the nose to the knees. Keep the legs active again. pull the toes up or point the toes, whatever you prefer here. You can also vary between those two options to get a different stretch, maybe on the top of your shins and the bottom of your calves. And inhale, come back up, release. Bring your hands behind you underneath the shoulders and lift the hips up into a counter pose. You can also place the feet underneath your knees if that's too intense. Let's stay stable on your shoulders, pushing against the mat. And on an exhale, lower down again. Bend the knees, tilt the hip forward, straighten the back, come into boat pose. Either keep the legs bent or straighten. And on an exhale, lower the legs down and the upper body down without touching the ground. Inhale, come up again towards your seat bones, find the balance. Exhale, down again. Inhale, up. 3 more times. Exhale, down. Keep the lower back pushing into the mat. Inhale, up, lift the legs. Exhale, down. Keep working the core. Inhale, up. Roll forward onto your seat bones as much as possible. And last time, exhale, down. Inhale, up. Stay up here and try to grab the big toes with your index, middle finger and thumb and opening up the legs. So it's more about balance here than the actual stretch. Rotate the pelvis forward. You can even keep a bend in the knees. And then bring the legs together, the feet down onto the mat. And roll back, come down, lying onto your back. Bring the heels closer to your buttocks. Knees and feet are hip width apart, palms facing down, arms next to your body. And then push into the heels, lifting up into bridge pose out of your legs. Maybe you can interlace the fingers underneath your back and wiggle the shoulder blades under. Push the arms into the mat to support the lift of the hips, the chest. Open the chest towards the chin. And keep pulling out of the legs, keeping the knees hip width apart. And on exhale, lower back down again. And then either go for another bridge or bring your hands next to your ears, fingers pointing down to come up into the full wheel, pushing out of your legs again, opening the shoulders. And if you want to challenge, you can lift the right leg up, pointing with your foot towards the ceiling. And back down again, the other side, left leg up towards the ceiling. Staying stable on your shoulders. And leg down. And then slowly come back down again, roll carefully back onto your back. And then let the knees fall from left to right, like wipers, releasing any tension that might have built in your lower back. And then draw the knees up towards the chest, hug your knees in for a moment. And then bring your arms down back onto the mat. And lift the hips up, push your hands into the mat to support, wiggle onto your shoulder blades, and then you can bring the hands onto your back, coming into shoulder stand. Keeping the legs straight, the feet activated. And try not to move your head once you're in the pose to avoid any neck strain. Your blood flow streams down, flows through the organs, enhancing circulation. The lymphatic system gets activated, as well as your thyroid gland. And then slightly lower the hips and bring your legs back behind your head as far as they go. The arms down onto the mat to support your weight there. And maybe the toes touch the floor. And maybe you can even straighten the legs more, straighten the back even more for this plow pose. And eventually bend the knees and bring the knees close to your ears. Let them hang there for a moment. And then slowly roll back down onto your back. And grab the outside edges of both feet. Let the knees fall down towards the sides, open the hips. Let the knees come towards the armpits into happy baby. And then roll back down, straighten the legs onto the mat, legs engaged, elbows close to your body, and then push into the elbows, lifting up your chest into fish pose, opening the throat area, but without putting much weight onto your head. And then take a deep inhale through the nose, and on the exhale, open the mouth, stretch the tongue out. And again, in through the nose. And on the next inhale, lift your head up and bring the shoulders down onto the mat. Relax your legs. And then draw the right leg up and bring it over to your left side, twisting, looking over the right, keeping the right shoulder grounded, and maybe you want to bring the left hand onto the right knee to increase the stretch. Breathing deeply here. And then slowly release. Bring the right leg down onto the mat, left leg up, and let it fall over to the right. Maybe bring the right hand onto the left knee, keeping the left shoulder grounded, and maybe looking over the left to deepen the stretch. And then also release the twist on this side. And bring your leg down onto the mat. Widen the distance between your feet. Let the feet fall out to the side. Arms to the side. Palms facing up. For your Shavasana. Relax your body. Breathe deeply, and with every exhale, let go of any tension, stress, worry. And with every inhale, take in relaxation and stillness. Stay here for as long as you need to before you start waking up your body and rolling over to one side and eventually getting up. Thanks for joining the class. Namaste.